moves are just enormous. Bitcoin right now off some 21%. Price of Ether off some 30%.
Well guys, do you feel a little queasy? I do, certainly just by sitting here and watching. As you know, I don't hold any Dogecoins, but gosh, just watching Doge go up, come back down. I don't have to even wait until the grand reopening, Memorial Day weekend, to go to Six Flags Great Adventure in order to experience the thrill of the ride. This is one heck of a ride. And I want to spend some time today to talk about cryptocurrency, the ups and downs, what's causing all
China
this.
Declares war on Bitcoin.
With China, with the tweets that Elon's been putting out, and also a lot of things that's happening in the economy that's causing the big ups and the big downs with crypto. But more importantly, today's video, I want to share some tips with you about what you can do to make sure that you hold on to some of the gains. If you are like my friend who invested his $120,000, this is about 2-3 videos ago, and he was able to make close to $2 million in paper profit with Dogecoin, you have to take some of these chips, this profit off the table. God knows that I have had a lot of paper gains and didn't realize it, only to see all of that go poof and disappear. As many of you know, with the reopening of our economy, there is going to be a lot of demand, and you've seen that with prices going up. And one of the prime examples that I've given you is my interest in chicken wings.
Another hike this week. They're changing so often.
Rare wings
Specials. They've canceled that, limited the number of wings that people can order.
Whatever it is, from Aldi's to Costco to Walmart, you can't find these things. It's like a freaking unicorn. But I digress. Outside of this, I want to talk a little more about the swings in the crypto. As you can see today, China is putting more pressure in terms of rules and regulation for cryptocurrency. And this is only going to get worse. And there's a few things too. If you go back a couple of weeks to the Colonial Pipeline situation, what you have seen is that supposedly Colonial Pipeline paid off these hackers, the dark side, with cryptocurrency, with Bitcoin, and supposedly these guys cleared $95 million with a number of hacks that they have done. And that is only going to put more rules and regulation into this market to contain and also to control cryptocurrency. By the way, as you've seen with Dogecoin going up one day, tanking the next day, coming back up, that's going to cause a lot of problems and lack of confidence in the financial markets. And that's why you'll probably see more proposal for containing and control for cryptocurrency in the months to come. So what does this mean for all of you guys that have made a lot of money in the crypto market, specifically Dogecoin? This is what Jim Cramer said. It never hurt to take some money from your gains off the table.
So please, if you've got big gains right now, ring the register on part of your position and go shopping for something a little more lasting.
So my friend who made on paper $1.8 million, he was smart enough to take out his initial investment. That was his initial $120,000. But if you take a look what has happened from when Dogecoin was about 60 cents when I last did that video to where it is now to 35 cents, he's lost almost a third of the value of his money. Now granted, he's playing with house money, as he said, and he doesn't really care if he loses all of it. It's sort of a spectacular ride for him. But for those of us who, you know, $600,000, that's a third of his gains, means a lot to me. I would say this is some of the tips I recommend for what you can do to kind of safeguard your gains and make sure that you can invest this in other areas. It all goes back down to diversification. I know there's a lot of folks out there that's wondering, some of my friends are also wondering, well, if it goes at 35 one day, I can buy more. And if it goes up to 60, I can time the market and then make that perfect sale. Wow, if you guys can really do that, like my friends, I'm sure they wouldn't need a day job like the rest of us. But this is what my point is. If you are already ahead, take 40-50% of that. Take it off the table. Let the other half ride and use that possibly to buy when it dips again, or put that into some other things like industrial stocks. Right now, if you take a look, some of these great industrial stocks, especially in agriculture and things that's going to go up with the opening of the economy, I would suggest putting some of that money into those buckets in terms of diversification. The other one, which I'm going to do a video on, which is around Ford. Ford has been doing really well, and they just unveiled their Lightning F-150. That is definitely going to cause a lot of havoc, and it's going to push a lot of these new EV stocks lower because it is a tested, true product. And I want to kind of go into that in a separate video, but it doesn't hurt to put some of your money into Ford. You know, there's still a great demand for F-150 pickup trucks. That is the #1 selling truck in America. And right now, because of the shortage in semiconductor chips, they have to close some of the plants and not be able to meet the demand for these trucks. So think about what's going to happen when chips come back. They keep rolling these suckers off the line. That is going to be great for their bottom line and Ford's profit margin. So consider putting some crypto into Ford or GM or other companies that's making money. You have to be mentally prepared for all the wild, crazy stuff that's happening. And yes, this means following Elon's tweets. One moment, it's great, we're gonna put $1.5 billion into our coffers, into the balance sheet of Tesla, and then you see the demand and the price for Bitcoin goes up. Next moment, a month later, oh my gosh, you know what? Harnessing and mining Bitcoin requires fossil fuel. Oh my God, it's not like that just happened today where you're burning coal and doing all these things that's potentially bad for the environment to mine cryptocurrency. So you know what? There's going to be a lot of news that's going to cause these ups and downs. So what you need to do is steel yourself, and I mean S-T-E-E-L, steel yourself, and make sure you take some Dramamine for the ride ahead, because I think there's going to be a lot of turbulence coming through with regulation, possibly more tweets. And by the way, Elon, sir, there's a lot of people, millions and millions of people who are following your tweets and doing things based on what you're telling them to do. So please, can you not cause us like heartburn, insomnia? And for all those new investors, that's what's happening, because they're wondering if by putting half or most of their life savings into a cryptocurrency, they're gonna lose it all. I mean, I think the ride is great again when it goes up, but a lot of them are fearful of losing everything, and it's becoming a gambling mentality. Just a thought there. You guys do as you wish. So I hope these tips have helped you in terms of just kind of understanding what you need to do. My suggestion is please take some of the money, take some of the profit if you've already made a lot of money off of the table, so that you don't have to really be worried that you can't profit from these investments you have made. Other than that, that's really what this video is about. It's about those guys and gals out there that's made tons of money. Start putting that somewhere else, divest, and I hope you guys will grow that money with the reopening of the economy. I'm gonna keep this short. I actually have to go back to studying. I have a couple of cloud examinations I have to take, and I'm gonna do another video on $200,000 jobs with certain certifications. I think it's gonna help you guys. But you know what? I hope you guys have a great weekend. Hang on for the ride and hustle hard towards your dreams. Take care.